Today on Suncoast View, the Tampa Bay Lightning is coming to Lakewood Ranch in the Premier Sports Campus. We'll tell you what they are planning.
And our favorite Suncoast Daredevil is stopping by, and you never know what kind of surprise he'll bring with him when he comes.
And love is in the air at the Manatee Performing Arts Center. Today we'll preview a little night music. All that more right now on Suncoast View.
Welcome to the show, and welcome back to Rick Kirby from Manatee Performing Arts Center. Great to have you with us.
Happy to be here.
It's happy to have the season back is what we are.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, lots
Up
going
and
on.
running, of
Everybody
course.
up and running. Now, I have to share a fun story, and you're going to have to help me explain this, that we found on Facebook last week. Often we put out calls for help, right? So you had kind of put out a little mention about, hey, doing some work at the theater, and you posted for a little night music, I'm in desperate need of a walker. If anyone has any extra time today or tomorrow, it would be much appreciated. Please. Rick, I'll let you tell what happened next.
Well, a walker is someone who kind of stands in for the actors when they're not there, so we can set lighting cues. So I just assumed that everybody in my world knew what a walker was. However, I got several replies offering to bring me actual old lady walkers.
Well, speaking of that, I saw it and I thought, oh, I wish I hadn't given mine away because I could have given it to Rick.
Here's another one. I think we have a slightly used one in your garage. I could do it. I guess I should clarify then, Rick says a walker is a person to stand on stage. I'll tell you though, I've spent a lot of time in theaters and rehearsing things. I didn't know that word. And I'm not sure Joey Panic knew that word either, because I think
we're bringing you props.
we were all headed off to find walkers.
I also got an offer for a dog walker. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's great. You never know what's going to happen when
That's
you put it
right.
out there on social media. Oh, that's a lot of fun. It gave us a good laugh for the day, so we appreciate that. We're also going to check into the kitchen where Chef Kyle from Boca, Sarasota is with us today. What are we making today?
Today we're making bronzed sea scallops with Two Docks shellfish clams. Two Docks is a local local clam farm here in Bradenton, Florida.
Okay, wow.
Yep.
So using the locally sourced seafood
Yep.
as part of our dish.
Yeah, that's our main focus is to use locally sourced ingredients. I'm doing a farm-to-table dinner tomorrow with the Two Docks shellfish also.
Okay, yeah, let's talk a little bit more about that, because we are also featuring the eating local and keeping things sustainable this week as well. So a great farm dinner that's going on at Boca coming up on October 25th. So we look forward to trying the scallops. All right,
Thank you.
Great to see you, Kyle. It is time for our first hot topic, and the Tampa Bay Lightning is off to a great start this season. Now they want to keep building the enthusiasm for hockey right here on the Suncoast. The Lightning will be building an outdoor street hockey rink in Lakewood Ranch at the Premier Sports Campus. It's part of the team's outreach program called Build the Thunder, where it provides places to play, and also Equip the Thunder, where the team donates equipment. And this new outdoor rink that's planned for Lakewood Ranch will also be able to host competitive events.
That messes with my brain, ice in Florida. Yeah, it just doesn't work.
Outdoors.
Yeah,
How
exactly.
do you keep it from melting?
Well, this won't be ice. This will be street.
Yeah.
So it's
Oh,
like
okay,
it's that
street.
surface of that nice,
okay,
smooth
yeah.
surface. But it's this point of the kids can get into hockey, learn a little bit more about
Yeah.
hockey. That's actually a whole tournament in itself, is the street hockey, to do it on the roller rinks.
I mean, I like the idea. That space just needs more events to come to there, and if you have another venue to attract them, I think it's always going to be good.
And it's good for a certain age, like young guys, young girls that age, in their late teens, 20s. They'll be great with that. They're always saying there's nothing to do. Okay, let's see you get out on that hockey rink.
I think the Lightning's doing a really good job, because they're taking the 5 counties that surround, downtown Tampa, where they play at Amalie Arena, and putting some of these outreach rinks and programs in so that they can build the excitement within a 50-mile base.
Yes.
Smart.
And
Really
that,
smart.
right, because I think that's one of the mistakes the Rays made, is that there wasn't really enough excitement being generated outside of St. Petersburg and maybe Tampa, and they're struggling to get attendance.
Because usually people grow up choosing a certain team and pulling for that team. So you need to do it when you're very young.
Yeah, that's true.
And you would
Get
reach
them when
these
they're
people
young.
when they're very young.
Yeah, so it's kind of 2 things. It gets us some of the sports tourism that we want for Premier Sports Campus, but it also builds excitement for the Lightning.
Not only that, because when you're from the South, you don't think of hockey. So this gets people in this area involved. Because when you come here from other areas, it's something that you want to see and you can't.
Right.
So, this gives them that attention. makes them have the opportunity to play it while they're growing up, you know, things like that.
Get it in. And by the way, the NHL and Lightning having a great season too. So this is a good good year to become a Lightning fan. So good news for couples here in the Sunshine State. A recent study claims that Florida couples fight less than couples in any other state. According to this study, it's 17 times a month. That is lower than the national average of 19 times a month. I'm not sure how we're defining a fight here. Maybe it's just a little garbage bickering, but who knows? Now, you might think this is because of our great weather. Think again. The state where couples fight the most is reportedly Hawaii.
Wow.
However, Florida couples spend the night in separate beds 6.5 times a month, which is higher than the national average of 5.5.
That's why we fight less.
Because we just say,
Exactly.
I'm out of here.
I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
If it hadn't had that thing about Hawaii, I would think it's because you can get away from each other. It's being cooped up together all the time that I would think makes you fight. That was true with Bud and I. We
can
lived
see
in
that.
12
Works,
states.
and-
We fought as much in Florida as we did any of those other states.
Well, that works out too because Florida property tends to be a little bit more spread out, so you get more space versus in a New York or something a little bit more confined. So that works out with the idea too.
You can go
I can
for a
go
walk.
to another room.
I think space is probably a key determining factor there.
How did they do this study? Like,
Who knows?
how do they peek in your bedrooms? I mean, how do they know?
We specialize in ridiculous studies
Yeah,
here.
right,
It's one of our favorites.
How often do you and your husband
But if
fight?
I took a study, I wouldn't even know the answer. I would just make up a number.
Yes.
Right,
Don't
right.
discredit all my studies here. All right, well, speaking of flying, are you a window person or an aisle person? What do you like?
Window.
Window?
I was window until I got this age. Now I got to be close to that restroom.
And that is a factor. Rick,
If
window
it's
or
early in the
aisle?
morning, I want the window. I want to sleep.
Right, okay, so, and I prefer the window for sleeping too. Well, believe it or not, where you like to sit on an airplane actually says a lot about your personality. According to psychologists, window seat people like to be in control. They're typically more irritable and they want to be able to kind of nest in your own little bubble in
That
the
makes
airplane.
sense.
That makes me think about Beth because you always
Yeah.
say you hide under the blankets in the airplanes.
Yeah.
And also, here's a factor. They would rather wake someone up crawling over them than being woken up, which is what happens when you sit on the aisle. Now, aisle people typically are more reserved and also more respectful, or, as Linda mentioned, maybe they just have a weak bladder. I would rather
sense.
excuse myself and climb over someone than I would have someone climbing over me
Yeah, that's true.
repeatedly.
Yeah.
So
I
I
I
like
agree
Okay
with
with
that.
But there's nothing more beautiful than sitting at that window seat when you're flying into New York and seeing all those lights pop out.
I don't even look through the window. I just need the thing to lean on.
put your head on.
Yeah.
No, I'm a sleeper too.
And I don't like people bothering me. If you're in the aisle, people want to talk to you and have conversations, and I don't want to.
That's
Sort
what
of like,
earbuds.
get your knees out of the way.
All right, well then, but Beth isn't going to like this one. So public transportation isn't usually a place where a lot of casual conversation takes place. Many of us just mind our own business. But one British company is trying to change that. Look at this horseshoe seat. It is purposely shaped to make 8 passengers in a bus face each other. The design is geared to encourage interaction and conversation so that people will be more social and perhaps put their phones down. Would you like this and would you talk?
This is a bus, so maybe a little different. I mean, on planes, I'm usually coming back from a trip that I'm tired and I just don't want to be bothered. I don't know, a trip is shorter, so maybe.
But do you ever, I mean, I'm trying to think of like when I'm in Chicago or New York and on a subway, I do not talk to random people on public transportation.
I do sometimes. And my dad judged a plane trip by, you would say, did you have a good trip? Yes, everybody talked to me. Did you have a good trip? No. That person next to me, I kept poking them and they wouldn't talk.
Oh
no.
my gosh. If I sat next to your dad, I would not be speaking.
Crowding or
And
something.
he would, yes, and he might be getting poked back.
I was always surprised when I lived in New York how sociable people could be if you just kind of engage them or, you know, give them eye contact, and that's the window into a conversation.
Yes.
I talked to people on the subway in New York.
Do you?
Yeah, I did. I don't know, everyone said they were mean, but I was on a mission to prove that wasn't right. So every morning, I would have a conversation with a stranger.
That's good
I
though.
find it easier somehow to talk to people you've never seen before,
That's true.
especially at night on a plane and you're never going to see again. You find yourself really opening up.
It's free therapy, right?
So the trips are shorter, so you can get, casual conversation. I'm okay with that. The plane ones, I'm not okay
Yeah,
with.
too in depth. Gets too in depth.
And you never know how to end the conversation. You kind of want to go to sleep, and they're still talking. Like, seriously, dude, it's been an hour. I'm ready to go to sleep.
Well, with today's technology, textbooks are actually becoming a thing of the past, but that may not be a good thing for learning. Business Insider reports that students better comprehend information in printed text, especially if it's visible all at once. That would be compared to then endlessly scrolling through pages on a screen to read. So they're concluding it would actually be better for us to screenshot a page of something when it comes to learning. The study also found that students believe that they learn more from reading digitally, but actually it is not true. I thought this was interesting because I've been learning, I've got kids heading off to college, that they do now not mandate as much buying textbooks, which is great for saving money because we all remembered how expensive they were, and that you do have access to all this stuff digitally. But I think it's got to be, you know, we used to highlight, we used to do all those things to help us absorb, and now it's all screen.
I think you're seeing when you're just looking at this much, that's all you're seeing. If you're looking at this much, you're still looking at that somewhat. I was taught to memorize things. Rick, you've got to be really good at this. But I was taught read, reread, write, and review. That's how you memorize something, and I still use that every day. What do they teach in theater to learn?
Repetition, reading, keep reading the text over and over and over. That's the best way to memorize.
Does everybody still use hard copy scripts?
There are actually apps that will read the lines against you. So it's getting very high tech as well now.
That would be great, though. I mean, to be able to learn cues and things. Yeah, that's great. Well, and it is getting high tech. It's just, you know, our brains are still the way our brains are.
Right.
So we could do this show, and we could have something that would say my part, and then it would say your part, and pretty soon they wouldn't need any of us.
Except
Don't say that. Don't
you're not
remind them.
scripted, and we never know what you're going to say, so I don't know how we never get that figured out in advance, but that's what we like about you. So if you're making vacation plans, you may want to check out the new Royal Caribbean Symphony of the Seas. It features a 2-deck family suite that is a slide in between floors. Other new features on the ship include a big sports bar, also a candy bar. This will start sailing out of Miami in November of next year, and it just seems like these ships keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I have not been on any of those big, huge ships. But
I don't know if it's just bigger or just more amenities. I feel like just to have something like that on there, that's amazing.
Oh,
Candy
it would
machines and
be my luck to be on the top floor and the bathroom is down the slide. And you have to go down the slide in the middle of the night.
mean, yeah,
I'd wake up the whole ship. Ah!
I love cruising,
I think
but
that-
the bigger ships, they're just too big. And when you
Thousands
dock,
of people.
you have thousands of people all trying to get off the ship at the same time. It just becomes a big clogged up mess. And
but
I
it's
like
the
a smaller one.
amenities that gets me.
Yeah,
Like, you know?
the newest Royal Caribbean ones I know have like a Central Park design to them where there's, you know, floral and fauna and food stations.
It's like
and
now
just-
you can put anything on the water. It's like a complete resort.
Right.
Like
It's
as
true.
if you were at a real resort. It looks like a real resort.
Right.
I guess why get off the ship then, right?
Yeah.
Who
Yeah,
cares?
no, it's interesting. We definitely seem to be going with bigger is better,
Yeah.
so we'll see if that keeps up. We're going to check out our happy hour forecast. When we come back, we're going to talk about decluttering for a happy home and a happy mind.
Good afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with a look at your happy hour forecast. The first alert weather showing that front now well down to our south, cutting through and slicing through Fort Myers now, continuing to move away from us. We have a secondary front on the way, which will usher in much colder air for us throughout the day on Thursday. You'll notice all the rain is gone after dumping heavy amounts of rain yesterday. That rain has since moved on and heading off toward the east and southeast. Look at all that dry air in place now. That secondary front is still loaded up to the west of us right there. That cool air will continue to filter on down throughout the day tomorrow and create nice fall conditions. Currently we have generally sunny skies, some high cirrus around 78 degrees right now. The dew point is what's dropped. It's at 64 degrees and winds are out of the north-northwest at 12, and that indicates the front certainly has passed us through. And the barometer now 29.89 inches, and that is going to be rising. Temperatures currently in the upper 70s to low 80s. More in the forecast coming up at 5. See you then.
We continue to celebrate Age-Friendly Week here on Suncoast View, and today's focus is healthy mind, healthy home. So many of us lead very busy lives. It's really hard to find time to put everything in a designated and organized place all the time. Or maybe you've lived in one place for a long time and things have simply accumulated. So today Nancy Hobson is here to teach us about healthy decluttering. And I love this concept because I think all of us are guilty of having piles of things here and there. But you are saying that this is actually bad for us mentally. Why is
Bad
that?
for us mentally, because when we have too much stuff, and we all do, we think about it. It plays on us. We say, why do I have all this stuff? What should I do about it? So if we declutter, our brain calms down, we calm down, our environment is calmer, safer, and we can go forward and hopefully create a simpler life.
And I totally agree with it, but it's so hard to get it done, and it's so hard to honestly get started a lot of the time. So how do we pick a place to begin?
Well, my advice is we pick a place that is easy, that is simple, that we can feel success. Because part of this, Stephanie, has to do with feeling confident, feeling confident that I did it. And so pick something that is easy to do and begin.
Okay, so once we've picked our spot, you have...
Don't pick a closet.
Yeah, exactly. Don't go into my closet.
No closet.
You have some things to kind of keep in mind as we categorize stuff to figure out what to do with it. Let's talk about your 3 Ps.
The 3 Ps, those are my, I coined that phrase because I think about the people. Before anybody does a major decluttering project, we have to think about the people. Who lives in that home? How many people have stuff? How is that stuff going to be melded together or separated? And is everybody on the same page that this is going to be a workable project?
Okay, because you get in trouble when you throw away other people's stuff. I'm always in trouble for that. And I do that all the time at home. Like, you leave it out, it's out of here. Okay, so we think about people. What's the second thing we should think about?
Well, we have to think about the program. We have to think about how we use that home. How we have, if we have the equipment, if we have the space to declutter, and we have to think if that home is going to change. If you're a parent of young children, maybe sports is going to be a part of your future. So how we use the space is critical.
Oh, okay.
All right, that's the second P, and what is our 3rd P?
Here's the one we all like. The possibilities. How do we want that home to look like? How do we feel about putting everybody's stuff in a place, and how is that going to go forth? Things happen, life changes, so will life change how we use our home for the future?
Okay, so Linda has graciously let us take a crack at her junk drawer, as she calls it. Linda, you're going through a big decluttering right now because you're looking at simplifying your home.
I am going to downsize. I'm going to sell my house. Been there 20 years. And this is my junk drawer. This is not fake news. I grabbed it as I ran out of the house.
And I have never seen this, Linda.
No, you haven't. But it's got some valuable stuff in here, like a magnifying glass in case you can't see something.
Or for detective work.
Okay.
Yes,
So when you run into
a
a project like this, like where does she even start? Because she doesn't want to get rid of that magnifying glass.
And I might get small again. Here's a belt that I used to be able to wear.
Why is it in the kitchen drawer?
Well, I want it fast, I guess. It's
Linda.
close to the trash can, but you know, I might wear that again. And here's a timer. You never know when you'll need a timer. Glue.
Some coupons from 2006.
Oh my gosh.
A crab. Everybody needs a crab. And you know, clippers. Okay.
So Nancy, help her
clippers.
start. Would we do some?
Linda, you're entirely normal. Everybody has a
Nobody
drawer
ever
like this.
said that before. Look, I've got sparklers.
Yeah.
In case things get dull.
I would say, first of all, if you were going to practice some decluttering, you would take this drawer in a space and empty it out.
Oh, that's
because you
good.
want to see what you've got there.
Okay.
And then you want to ask 3 questions. Do I need it? Do I use it? Do I like it? But you're not allowed to ask, do I want it? Because you already said you might need this,
Yes.
you might need this. And so if you ask those 3 questions, that will help you sort. And so then what you would do is sort everything here into piles of likeness, like the glue and maybe
locks,
there's some,
you never know when you'll
some
need a lock.
staplers. And so sort them into piles. And then you have to ask, these are the, to yourself, these are the must-haves, these are the must-goes, or go somewhere else in the home, or these are the ones that have to really go bye-bye.
Okay, I have a big question. I have a lot of clothes in my closet that are maybe 4 or 5 sizes too small, but I'm keeping them in case I get small again. Should I give them away?
Let me give you a statistic, and then I'll answer that question. Many years ago, the average woman had approximately 20 pieces of clothing in her closet, and that now is up to about 120 pieces of clothing. So I would say to you, what you could do is do the same principles as I said for the drawer, and that is to take everything out, begin to ask those questions, and begin to sort. And probably, if you're really decluttering, which is going to help your mind and your closet and everything else in your house, then I would probably consider giving to charity and starting all fresh again.
Which makes you feel good anyway.
That's
so
right.
I love this concept that if we can eliminate some of the clutter in our homes, it can certainly eliminate the clutter in our minds as well. So thank you, Nancy. We are celebrating age-friendly Sarasota all this week on Suncoast View. The Age-Friendly Festival takes place this coming Saturday, October 28th from 9 to 4 at the Sarasota Fairgrounds. Admission is free, and that event is geared for people of all ages. And you can find out more about that and the local initiatives by going to agefriendlysarasota.org. Coming up next, a preview from the Manatee Performing Arts Center.
For the last 18 years, Samantha's Friends has been assisting people along the Suncoast who have been challenged by catastrophic illnesses or affected by autism obtain a service canine. We need your help. Please show your support by attending our annual Celebrity Gala brunch and fundraiser. Call Sammy Lee at 941-448-8558 for more information.
Since 1928, Karastan has been setting the standard in carpets and rugs, producing non-allergenic wools that won't promote the growth of bacteria or dust mites like other carpets will. Karastan wools actively remove contaminants from the indoor air, making your home healthier. And there are many colors and patterns and textures to choose from. Come see for yourself.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Christmas Tradition by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Stephen Sondheim is one of the best-known composers in musical theater history, and his musical, A Little Night Music, contains some of his most accomplished work. Actress Nancy Denton is here to sing one of Sondheim's most popular songs, Send in the Clowns. Take it away, guys.
Isn't it rich? Are we a pair? Me here at last on the ground, you in midair. Send in the clowns. Isn't it bliss? Don't you approve? One who keeps tearing around, one who can't move. Where are the clowns? Send in the clowns. Just when I'd stopped opening doors, finally knowing the one that I wanted was was yours, making my entrance again with my usual flair. Sure of my lines, no one is there. Don't you love farce? My faults I fear. I thought that you'd want what I want. Sorry, my dear. But where are the clowns? There ought to be clowns. Well, maybe next year.
That was beautiful.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Of course, introduce your accompanist. What would we be without him?
This is Rick Bogner.
Thank you, Rick. That was
Extraordinaire.
Yes. Yes. You know, I know every word of that song, but I don't know what A Little Night Music is about.
Oh, well, it's a show about complicated relationships, and everyone is just trying to find the person who's right for them, and that's never easy.
No, not even in real life.
No, yes, art imitates life all the time.
And there's some wonderful songs
Oh,
in it.
yes, just beautiful songs. It's going to be a really beautiful show. The sets and the scenery are just amazing.
Now,
The
when you sing a
costumes.
song like this that is so well known and been done by so many different artists, does that make it a little intimidating to you?
Not at all.
No, because you really
I
owned that.
interpret it my own way, and I do. I try to own it.
You
so,
did. It was wonderful.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Rick, why did you choose this play?
Well, we have a history with Sondheim at Manatee Players, and I just love it. And it's such a lush, beautiful score. It's rarely done. More opera companies do it than theaters, actually. So it's a nice challenge, and we were up to it.
Oh, it's good. You must have been thrilled when you were watching this.
Absolutely. I'm a proud papa.
We'll be a proud audience. Thank you guys
good.
so
Thank you so much.
And of course, if you want to see A Little Night Music, it's going to be at the Manatee Performing Arts Center October 26th through November 12th. And for tickets, you can go to their website. Next, we're going trick-or-treating with our dogs.
Are you getting the most out of your Medicare plan? Are you sure? Many people with Medicare are eligible for plans that include extra benefits in addition to those found in original Medicare. Benefits like dental, vision, and prescription drug coverage. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free with no obligation to enroll. In addition to hospital and medical coverage, at no extra cost, you could also get coverage for prescription drugs, dental, hearing, vision, and more. In many areas, plans with benefits are available with $0 copays for many services, $0 monthly premiums, or $0 deductibles. That's hospital, medical, prescription drug, dental coverage, and more included in one plan with premiums that may be as low as $0 a month. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free and there's no obligation to enroll.
Call 1-800-620-2254. That's 1-800-620-2254.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089. If you're between 50 and 85 years old, call the number on your screen right now for free information on how to save your family thousands of dollars. We're Family Love Plans, and we've been helping families just like yours for over 30 years. The average funeral today can cost up to $10,000 or more, but the most you'll get from government benefits is just $255. How will your family pay the difference? At Family Love Plans, we can help you and your family. Our senior plans start as low as just $1 a day and pay up to $30,000 for a funeral and other final expenses. Peace of mind is easy. There's no medical exam and your plan can't be canceled. Better still, your rate will never go up and your benefits will never go down. Get your free information about our senior plans. Just answer a few simple questions and receive approval right over the phone.
Call 1-800-707-3608. That's 1-800-707-3608.
Welcome back to Suncoast View. We're going to check back in with Chef Kyle from Boca Kitchen. And Chef, I understand that Boca is also behind another new restaurant that's coming to downtown Sarasota. Tell us about that.
Yes, we're opening up a restaurant called ABO, Atlantic Beer and Oyster. It's going to have a lot of oysters, some American-style sushi, some fun things like lobster rolls, and handcraft beer, a lot of handcraft beer.
And that's down on State Street, correct?
State Street, correct.
Okay,
Yep.
we love new restaurants in Sarasota. We'll see you in the kitchen in a little bit. Linda?
Halloween fun is just around the corner. I can't wait. But while you may enjoy those tricks and treats and everything scary, your pet may not. Here to help us keep our pets safe this Halloween season is Mark Chambor from Canine Corral. But first, since it's beginning to feel a lot more like fall, we have some pictures of some of our doggy friends up north, Mark.
We certainly do. You know, I was up north to see my dad, and this is a neighbor dog. And
leaves.
You wouldn't believe how beautiful the leaves. This is a puppy that was running another neighbor on the other side. I just wanted to take the opportunity to look, show how, that's my dog, that's Toby. He gets to run free up there. Look at how happy he is.
I'm getting my fall leaf fix.
This dog is a random dog that I just thought was cute.
Random dog.
Very
and
fun.
there's a puppy, 8 litters, a puppy of boxers, 8 of them, and that's my dad on the top. I love you, Dad. And that's who I went to visit up north. I've been gone for a couple weeks.
Yes, I've noticed you've been missing.
That's one of the puppies there.
Oh,
adorable.
And you came back just in time for Halloween.
Yes.
I did, yes. And I brought Gremlin with me.
Oh, Gremlin looks more like a pumpkin to me, but that's okay, Gremlin. Okay, let's get started on our tips to keep our pets safe. First of all, trick-or-treaters are going to be wanting candy.
Exactly.
We'll have a lot of that around.
Yeah, the thing we have to remember is that Halloween is a people holiday. It's not a pet holiday. People like to be scared sometimes, but not pets.
Yeah.
We traditionally hand out candy. A lot of candy can be toxic to a dog or give them, upset stomach. Nothing with xylitol in it. That is something for decoration right there. That is not something to put candy in. For candy, you want a secured lid because you don't want the dog to tip it over and eat a whole lot of candy, especially if there's chocolate in it or something that could actually kill your dog. Usually it's an upset stomach, but and even like pumpkins and that sort of thing, they're not toxic to a dog, but you have all these things out, and if a dog were to eat a whole bunch of that, yes, they're traditionally pumpkins okay, but what about a whole pumpkin?
Yeah.
Or what about corn? Or it could
pumpkin
even
seeds, so plants, basically is what these
plants,
things are.
corn, things that could give them intestinal blockage. Sure.
Okay, so it's trick-or-treating, it's Halloween night, and the doorbell rings. And the dog is so excited.
Well, the first thing I would do is I'd put a note on the door, please knock. Put it right over the door.
Help.
Yeah, because the dog is used to that. And really, myself personally, I would put my dog away because, like I said, it's not a dog holiday, it's a people holiday. Costumes can be scary. I would have the dog leashed at minimum inside the house.
Because he may take off when he sees that scary person.
And then he's gone. And then, of course, you'd have to make sure that you have an ID on him, at least a tag, GPS system where you can put it on there, you can see wherever he runs off to. The thing you really want to be careful, and let's say you're on a budget and you don't have those kinds of things to do this, just write your phone number on the collar. I have a collar on the dog in the front there, And it's one that when it pulls back, he can't get out of it. So, and I wrote my phone number on there.
Great idea.
But if all fails, crate your dog.
Crate your dog or put a leash on
You
it.
mentioned the GPS system. So what is that? Is that something that you will put on the collar, and if the dog goes away, you can find and
Yes.
locate him?
The GPS will locate him wherever he is by an app on your phone. It's
That's
a
really
free app.
neat. Oh, yeah.
During storms, you can have somebody up north find your dog for you if you don't have cell service. The main thing that we want to remember is we want to calm our dogs. And by calming our dogs, there's less likely that he's going to go out the door and dart.
How do you do that?
Well, I've had great success with the CBD oil, the hemp
really?
oil. It comes in treats, it comes in liquid. It's great for storms, it's great for stress, separation anxiety. No THC, it's just simply the oil. Rescue Remedy's been around for years. And then we have the Calm Dog, which also works. It helps to calm them down. CBD oil is where it's at for getting your dog to be relaxed.
I did not know that. Okay, the dogs ought to have fun too for Halloween. What about dog costumes?
Well, if you're going to put your dog, this is the first time this dog has had a costume on.
And he's pretty calm, I'm surprised.
He's doubling for Pasquale, my other dog. And he's very calm with it. He was okay with it. But do costumes before the holiday so they get used to it. And also, don't scare the dogs with costumes. That's one reason why I don't think they should be at the front door. Because costumes, anything out of the ordinary is going to scare your dog or treat your dog differently. And fear can lead to a bite. If it's out of the ordinary, it's going to probably put fear in. So make sure.
When you say scare, like the mask and these toys over here, you know, those things would
Or
scare
that.
them?
Yeah, just anything.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, and exactly what you said, Babette. We can comprehend things that are different.
Right.
But a dog sees something out of the ordinary and it's like, whoa! You know, and it really is big for a dog. So
It's interesting to watch them. Like, you know, the blow-ups a lot of people have in their yard. When I'm walking the dog around the block, if we get to one of those blow-ups, I mean, this is a big dog. He stops and like, what is that thing? I mean, they're just not used to this.
sometimes they, like my dog, he doesn't like the blower. He likes to bite at the blower because it's something different. And,
right.
And of course, too, on this one that you just so pleasantly played, there's things on there that could really harm your dog. The pieces, if they chew that up, that could cause
it looks like
terrible,
bones.
But it's not terrible.
Yeah, a lot of
blockage.
plastic that can cause problems.
Same thing with the masks and the little
That
technicals
spider,
off the side
I bet
there.
they would love that spider.
I don't think their stomach would.
Probably not.
Well, you have a happy Halloween. And for more information, you can go to find out about daycare, boarding, and all of your pet's need. You can visit Canine Corral online or go by and see them. Coming up next, Daredevil Bello Knock is here for a special surprise.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
I heard about the Detoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Detoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Detoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC 7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Scott Dennis. Here's what's coming up at 5 o'clock. Thousands of dollars in damage at a popular diner. A van veers off of US 301 and smashes right into the Hobnob restaurant. Plus, more money for Florida students. Why state colleges are asking lawmakers for $30 million more dollars. Let's get a check on our first alert weather now with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Scott, skies have cleared now as a result of that front has now moved well down to our south. It continues to push to the southeast, taking the rain with it and the clouds, and looks like sunshine is around now and should stay clear overnight too, and that will allow temperatures to drop down close to the dew point. The dew point now running into the mid-60s. You can see from the live sweep of the radar. Nothing to show you right now. Those dew point temperatures are dropping even more so to the panhandle. We'll talk about another cold front on the way as well coming up today at 5. See you then.
Keep up with the Suncoast. Watch your favorite ABC 7 shows on your streaming device.
I'll be right back.
Listen to this important message. If you owe money to the IRS, you will want to hear this. The IRS is cracking down on those who owe back taxes. They send out devastating letters, garnish paychecks, and even put liens on your home or business. You may have heard of it. It's called enforced compliance. Penalties and interest compound daily on your back taxes, putting you under a mountain of debt. Tax 10,000 has years of experience connecting people with tax resolution specialists who will negotiate with the IRS on your behalf. Working through the IRS Fresh Start program, they will handle all the necessary forms and can negotiate a tax settlement with the IRS. It's that simple. And if you qualify, you may end up saving thousands of dollars, finally ending your financial stress. Now is the time for a fresh start. Now is the time to call Tax 10,000. 800-699-3188. That's 800-699-3188. Call now.
And you never know where comic daredevil Bello Knock will turn up. In fact, this Suncoast resident has wowed judges on America's Got Talent, and now he's here to perform for us today. Wait, where is Bello? This is the empty chair that he should be in, but I don't know. But that's the fact. You never know where he is.
And you never know what he's going to do, but I found him.
Hi.
What are you doing?
I got some pumpkins for everyone.
Okay.
Yeah, look, pumpkin for you, and this pumpkin's for me.
Oh, that's a big pumpkin.
Yeah, it goes with my ego. You know, we're going to try something. Let's, maybe a little bit of music. I'll make it fun.
Okay, let's
let's do this. We need that.
I hear the music.
Yeah, that makes it fun, see? It's like the clown who ate the pumpkin, or, get that, hold on, guys, hey!
Oh, no.
Whoa!
Help.
Why is your head in there?
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Can you breathe?
What?
Can you breathe?
Hey, kids, don't try this at home. Where did everyone go?
Kids don't try this at home.
Hey, is everyone still here? Hey, hey.
Oh, no.
Oh, I'm afraid to see what comes next.
I feel like he's going to be eaten by the balloon.
You're worried.
The monster balloon is eating him live.
Let's see here. I know.
Oh, my goodness. I've never had that happen, Bella.
Maybe if you bend down.
Hey, look at that!
Oh, wow.
I know.
He disappeared.
Oh. That's amazing!
Are you all right?
Your hair probably popped it. It's that pointy part.
I'm happy you can breathe.
Yeah. Some stunts, some of the daring stunts are fun and silly. Some of the silly ones are fun.
Oh, I see. And you have a lot of stunts going on this weekend.
That's right. I'm going to be at Hunsader Farm this Saturday and Sunday, 28th and 29th, and I'm actually going to do that human cannon shot over a helicopter.
Oh. You are?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
my goodness.
Sarasota crowd. I didn't get to do it here.
Right.
And so there are such great people, and it's such a great event there. And I got a really cool aerial view.
I can't wait for
Maze
this.
has Snooty and his birth and death dates on. It's really, really neat.
that's
But trains and FMX jumpers, a lot of fun.
Yeah, there's a lot of great things out there.
Yeah, that's really good. I'm really excited about
Thanks,
it.
thanks.
And of course, we're excited that you're back in town.
Ah, thank you so much.
And
thank
so
you.
proud of you.
I'm in town for a day. Tomorrow I'm opening for Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton in Nashville. Come back and then
Wow.
an NBA halftime. Just doing a whole bunch of stuff. But my favorite place is to come and sit and watch you guys. It's really a joy.
All right, and you'll have a lot of stunts. Now, if you guys want to get more information about the Pumpkin Festival at Hunsader Farms, you want to go there Saturday and Sunday and just go to their website for all the information. And also, your daughter's performing there. She's going to try to redo the
Guinness Book of World Record. Yep, Daredevil daughter Annalise Knock. And she's going to try and do that somersaults, the most amount of somersaults in a minute.
Yeah, so a lot of stunts that will be happening. So you definitely want to check that festival out. All right, we'll be back.
Thank you so much.
Don't go on any more balloons.
No.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-628-1251, 800-628-1251.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big, or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 3 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317. Go online or visit a Target store today.
If you're between 50 and 85 years old, call the number on your screen right now for free information on how to save your family thousands of dollars. We're Family Love Plans, and we've been helping families just like yours for over 30 years. The average funeral today can cost up to $10,000 or more, but the most you'll get from government benefits is just $255. How will your family pay the difference? At Family Love Plans, we can help you and your family. Our senior plans start as low as just $1 a day and pay up to $30,000 for a funeral and other final expenses. Peace of mind is easy. There's no medical exam and your plan can't be canceled. Better still, your rate will never go up and your benefits will never go down. Get your free information about our senior plans. Just answer a few simple questions and receive approval right over the phone.
Call 1-800-707-3608. That's 1-800-707-3608.
Some fun entertainment news, and I'm curious to hear Rick's take on this. So Renee Zellweger will play the part of Judy Garland in a new biopic. So Judy Garland was only 47 when she died of an overdose in 1969. So this new movie is actually going to focus on her final days and her last concerts in London just a few months before her tragic death. It will also feature some of her most famous songs, of course, including Somewhere Over the Rainbow. You know, the Judy Garland story is so heartbreaking.
Absolutely.
You know, to have her be such a star yet run into so many
I think
problems.
it's an interesting choice, though, to do a biopic. I mean, has that really been done, at least any time recently? And I think Renee's a little bit of an odd choice, but she's kind of our hometown girl, though. Doesn't she have some parents or in the area, I think?
I think so.
I
wonder,
yes, I
yeah.
have.
Yes.
That she's been spotted on the beach here before.
Yeah, I think so. But I'm excited to see it. I will spend my hard-earned bucks to go get to see this.
I will too.
Great opportunity to showcase her talent. Why not?
And I'm not sure people know the whole Judy Garland story either. So.
I mean, lately there's been more talk about it, but yeah, you're right. You know, you think of, and just in general, you think of a movie star, someone with all those kind of acclaim, will have a wonderful life, not realizing the tragedy that is associated with it. So yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know if Renee sings. Do you, Rick?
I think she's done some things, yeah.
Yeah,
She's-
so that
has
she
a
may
voice,
then
yeah.
sing the whole part herself.
Well,
That
we
would
can
be
hope.
interesting.
I think it's kind of hard to get away without singing these days.
Right, well, and especially when you're
Well, you would hope
obviously
she has
portraying
to
someone.
sing if she is cast in the role.
Yeah, no, it'll be interesting. But yeah, I thought the timing was a little different. I don't know. I'm not so interested in the sad part of Judy Garland. I'm
Yeah.
more interested in the, the part we remember when she was so vibrant and full of life. But
what a great story to tell, though.
absolutely, absolutely, as sad as it may be. Okay, so that's something that's coming up. I thought I saw filming begins in February of next year, so it'll come out at the end of 2018. All right, we are ready to head to the kitchen with Boca Sarasota.
Don't miss this all-new ABC 7 investigation, Thursday at 6.
Did you know that Sarasota County was the first in Florida to be recognized as an age-friendly community? Whether you're 22 or 82, we strive to be the best place to live, work, and play. A community rich with opportunities and things to do for people of all ages. On Saturday, October 28th, we're advancing this movement with a free community event featuring live entertainment and hands-on experiences. You won't want to miss our entire community coming together for an age-friendly festival presented by the Patterson Foundation.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Jacqueline Matter. Here's what we're working on for 5 o'clock. The genetic causes of breast cancer are now a little clearer, what hundreds of researchers from around the world have discovered. And taking a quick look at your first alert traffic, right now there are no accidents to report, but US 41 has some slowdowns between Bee Ridge Road and Fruitville in Sarasota. Now let's get a check on our first alert weather forecast with Bob Harrigan.
Some big changes headed our way. We have the first cold front. It's already through the Suncoast. It's now stretching down to the south. It will continue to push away. We have this north wind now, and that north wind is ushering in some very dry air. Another cold front is just to the north of us now, which will move through late tonight. No rain is expected with the next cold front. We had a lot last night. Current dew point temperature is extremely low over the panhandle, in the low to mid 50s in some cases. Details on our chilly forecast at 5.
Keep up with the Suncoast. Watch your favorite ABC7 shows on your streaming device.
Attention! If you had surgery to repair a hernia, listen closely. Ethicon has recalled its PhysioMesh flexible composite mesh after 2 studies showed higher rates of hernias reopening and additional surgeries compared to other meshes. This product may cause severe health problems, including pain, swelling, bowel obstructions, infections, mesh failure, hernia recurrence, and other health issues. If you or a loved one had hernia repair surgery in 2006 or later and suffered complications that required additional surgery, you may be entitled to compensation. Even if you're unsure if PhysioMesh or another brand was used in your surgery, you may still be eligible for compensation.
Call Sokoloff Law now at 1-800-273-7215 for a free legal consultation. That's 1-800-273-7215. Again, that's 1-800-273-7215. I'm a non-attorney spokesperson.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline. If you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death, you must call now.
Call 800-793-6055. 800-793-6055.
Do you need a good laugh? Starting November 1st at the Players Center, everything that can go wrong does go wrong in the smash hit comedy Moon Over Buffalo. This wild Broadway series production shows what happens both on stage and off. Contact the Players at 365-2494 or at theplayers.org. The show must go on with Moon Over Buffalo.
Coming up Wednesday at 4 on Suncoast View, it finally feels like fall, so we have lots of fall fun to highlight. Our fitness expert will be here to preview the Boo Run in Lakewood Ranch. Plus, we'll get some fall table decorating ideas from our interior designer. We'll also tackle the tough topic of legal decisions and documents as part of Age Friendly Week and how important it is to discuss these things as we age. Plus, Music the Ringling joins us in the kitchen.
And welcome back. We're in the kitchen right now with Chef Kyle from Boca. And so tell me what we're making.
We're going to make bronze scallops today with a two-dock shellfish clams, which is a local clam farm that's in Bradenton. And at Boca, our theme is to provide all local ingredients. So first, I got a nice hot pan here with a little bit of blended oil, which is half olive oil, half canola oil. So I'm gonna get a nice brown sear on my scallops. Here I have a little sage cream where I've added sage, salt and pepper, just to some cream, heated it up so it has a nice little flavor to it. And then I have pre-steamed our clams right here in this pot, okay?
All right.
Over here I have them prepping our garnish. They're trimming up the stems of this. These are...
and how do they do that?
These are sunflower sprouts.
Oh.
And they usually come with this little root here. You just want to cut that root off.
Okay.
And you can leave this black little seed on here. That's the actual sunflower seed.
I'm waiting.
Yeah, it adds a nice little crunch to your dish.
But be quick, because with this knife, I am.
So with this nice hot pan, these are going to cook really fast. You're going to get some nice golden color. Okay. And now to the pan, we're going to add a little bit of garlic.
Okay.
You want to help me out? A little bit of garlic?
When you say a little bit, tell me when it's that.
That's good.
Okay.
And then
That's a lot of it.
Yeah. We're going to add a little bit of chorizo.
Okay.
That's good. All right. You just want to caramelize the garlic just a little bit. Okay?
All right. And why do we caramelize it? What makes us want to do that?
You want to bring out the sweetness, the natural sugars in the garlic. You don't want to burn it, so you want to don't want to burn it. Take it off the heat a little bit. And now I'm gonna.
So I noticed you have it on a high pan. Is that normal to get that caramelization?
Yes, you want really nice color, so you really want to have that high heat to really bring out the color in the scallops.
And it's important not to overcook scallops, right, Chef?
It's very important.
We always talk about how they seem tough sometimes.
Yes.
If they're not cooked. So it's okay to do it high, you just have to do it high and fast?
Yep. Now I'm going to add 3 clams.
Now they're already open, so does that mean they've already been steamed?
I pre-steamed them because I don't want to overcook them because this is going to be a very fast process.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to add a little white wine to deglaze the pan. This is going to get all the bits of the chorizo off the pan. It's going to add a lot of flavor to your sauce. Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I never knew we had a clam farm.
Yeah, I was going to say, tell us more about the clam farm. What is that all about?
So Two Docks Shellfish, located in Bradenton, they provide all of our clams to us. They have 3 types of clams, small necks, middle necks, and large necks. And tomorrow night I will be doing a farm dinner featuring them, and I will be doing 4 courses of all clam items.
So they're farm-raised clams.
Farm-raised clams. They're raised in the ocean,
right.
And they have these grates, and the clams grow on the side of them, and they lower them down to the water. The clams grow. They bring them up when they're harvesting time, and yeah, it's very interesting. Yeah, very interesting. I believe you can go online and you can actually make an appointment to visit their farm. They do allow people to come in.
And do they sell to consumers?
They do. They sell to consumers. You can buy right online.
Oh, great.
Now I'm going to add my sage cream. Okay, just a little bit.
That looks amazing.
Yeah, that's great.
It's a lot of different flavor profiles going here.
Now you really want to keep the high heat because you really want to reduce the liquid.
Okay.
Okay.
And is this part of the menu that is on the dinner for tomorrow night?
No, this is actually on our regular dinner menu.
Oh, great.
Wow.
Yes, we had just released a new menu and has some great fall items. This dish features a nice fall squash, spaghetti squash.
And you're putting that in there?
Yes,
so that's spaghetti squash.
Spaghetti squash. So with spaghetti squash, you would cut the squash in half, brush it with a little bit of butter, put it in a 350-degree oven, about 35 to 40 minutes until it's tender. Let it cool, and then you want to take a fork and you scrape it, and you'll see that the flesh comes out looking like spaghetti.
It does. Yeah. And it's a great way to avoid the pasta, too.
Yes.
You want to
stay away
keep
from the
it a little
carbs.
healthier.
Yes, stay away from the carbs.
Does the pasta or does the spaghetti absorb the liquid?
Yes, it's going to absorb the flavor. So you really, when you cook the squash, you don't want to cook it too long because you want it nice and tender. So 35, 40 minutes is fine. If you overcook it, you're gonna get a pile of mush.
Okay. Oh.
This actually has a nice little crunch to it still.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah. So you have a nice little crunch to it still. And now we're just gonna stir it up a little.
Looks great. Yeah.
It does smell
what
good.
a neat flavor profile. So bronzed sea scallops on the menu at Boca in Sarasota. And one of the things we like about Boca Kitchen so much is that you do have this commitment to farm-to-table food using a lot of locally sourced ingredients. And of course, a great way to get lots of good local flavors in the dishes.
Okay, so now we're just gonna plate it. I like to take a little bit of the squash, put it in the bottom of the plate.
Oh, my mouth is watering.
It is.
And we'll place little clams around. if you'd like to grab the,
Don't forget our hard work over here.
I have these toasted breadcrumbs with chorizo in it. She's going to sprinkle that on.
Nice.
And we have our lovely sunflower sprouts.
Linda's been working 5 minutes to get those, and
It
she
took
got them
Rick and I
done.
this whole time to do this. We're very excited.
All right, well, this is on Boca's fall menu, so you'll want to go check out the bronze sea scallops with spaghetti squash. Rick, great to have you here.
Thank you so much.
Hope everybody has an absolutely wonderful opening with a little night music. And, oh my, Bello's back over here carving a pumpkin as fast as can be.
He's got a knife.
Let's see how the unveil is. A personal pumpkin. Take some time and enjoy the Suncoast view. Don't forget to head out to Hunsader Farms, where Bello, you'll never know what he'll be up to, but he'll be out there.
No more balloons.
Did I hear of a clown farm?